Ready to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going?
Yes. We can cut.
Okay. What's up, guys? It's Liz McNicol. That is me, just in case you didn't know. That is what I look like when I actually look like a girl instead of like a boy. But I really like soccer. I played for a very long time until senior season got canceled, but that's fine, whatever. I just graduated. Scary. I turned 18 actually today when you're seeing this, so partying it up, you know. And I'm really obsessed with the movie Frozen, especially Olaf, because I like warm hugs and I don't know a Samantha. If you know, you know. So Romans 12 through 16, these are some of like my favorite like passages that have where stated is in chapter 12 it was talking about how you should be like the living sacrifice for God and how you should always be living for him. Chapter 13 was talking about fulfilling the law through love and how you should always just love one another no matter what the circumstances. Chapter 14 is do not pass judgment on one another. Do not judge one another for their faith or the lack of faith. Chapter 15 is the example of Christ and how we should be living and how we should be living in his shadow. And chapter 16 talks about the personal greetings. My first highlight is let them being a living holy sacrifice. So in the passages, it's talking about how you as a person should be living for God and teaching others while sacrificing, because living for God isn't as easy as everyone thinks. It's not just dilly-dally. It is a huge sacrifice on the worldly things. My first application is we need to sacrifice for God. We need to sacrifice time, heart, and soul. My second highlight is the strong have a responsibility to tolerate and support the weak. So we are called as Christians to support one another, and not just that, but we also have to support the weak, because the weak don't know Christ when the weak need to know Christ. My second application is support your neighbor and enemies who are weak. So we all have friends and family and enemies who don't know Christ, which is very, very sad, but as Christ followers, we all have to step up and support them and lead them to Christ, because we are that living sacrifice for him. Highlight number 3 is do not cause another to stumble. So as Christians, we should not be the reason why people are stumbling in their faith. So the application is to lift the others up. Don't tear them down. Don't cause them to stumble. Lift them up with God's word and his faithfulness.